the day's been long, and we're in a very good place here energy-wise. So let's just put on the music. Let's take a good deep breath. So we've really put together a living document today. We talked about where we're at. I don't think there was anything really new discussed today. We just help put things into perspective. Let's take a good deep breath with that and acknowledge the human side of you, the human elements that have really gone through a lot. All that trials and tribulations, I think the doubt has got to be the worst. I think you're actually pretty good at handling physical pain. But when that doubt comes along, it'll tear you up. That's what the Crimson Council is really going to be working with you on. When I say working with you, it's not that they're going to suddenly show up and tell you not to doubt anymore. Literally working with kind of the orientation of energies as they relate to doubt. How doubt is an energy form. It's a communication, and how literally we can start working and changing those energies. We can do that now because, you see, many of you have really allowing wisdom into your life. You couldn't do it before. Without the wisdom, when you start messing with true energy, it can snap back on you pretty hard. The example I use is somebody who's playing the poverty game and then gets into understanding energy. It can really hurt and just put them deeper into the poverty game. But as you've started to bring wisdom into your life, now we can really start looking at some of these things, and we can start reorienting how energy serves the new human. The old humans will go about in their ways of old energy, and it's not bad. I mean, it's what they're choosing. Working hard to get a little. We're changing that whole dynamic, allowing energy to serve the human now. What a concept. What a concept. Energy that transcends things like money or power or anything like that. I'm talking about pure energies. But back to the human. There's a lot of empathy and understanding for what you've been through. A lot of true admiration for how you've endured. And just remember, dear human, that it's not up to you to work at this. It's not. You could not. Literally impossible, but you can allow it. How often have I come to you, hearing your call in the middle of the night, come to you and talk for a long time, knowing how tough it's been. I'm not going to be coming around that much at night anymore. Because you're going to find that instead of me coming, it's going to be the master. It's going to be a little easier at first for you to, it's going to be easier if I was coming to you. You're probably familiar with my presence. And because my presence isn't as close as your own, it's actually easier to feel. But what you're going to start experiencing at 2 o'clock in the morning is the master, is the wisdom of the I am. And when you're half awake, half asleep, you know how you get sometimes, you fall asleep in that big comfortable chair in your living room. And you're kind of wondering about all this, about your life, about have you accomplished enough? Are you doing enough? And wondering why your electronics are breaking, and suddenly another big bill, and you're wondering, am I doing this wrong? Am I doing this wrong? And you're going to feel not so much me anymore, but the presence of the Master. The presence of the Master just coming up to you. Feeling into your heart, into that goodness in your heart. Master, wanting to wipe the tears out of your eyes. Oh, it won't be me so much anymore, or any of the other angels. They've kind of moved on, moved out of the way to make room for the Master to come and be at your side. I use the 2 o'clock in the morning example because, well, first of all, it's when you go through some of your worst times, as you know. But it's also one of the times that you're the most open. The energy noise is kind of quiet. That's a time where if you just allow, get out of your mind for a moment, you might even feel the Master putting his hand on your shoulders, her hand on your shoulders. Just holding you for a moment. Whispering, what dreams may come. What dreams may come. We've dreamt of this time where the human experience and the wisdom, they come together. We've dreamt of this time when we change a very ancient system of biology and of the mind. We've dreamt of a time on the planet where energy could be in pure service. A time that goes even beyond the temples of Tian, a time that we're dreaming of, the time that goes to even the angelic families. When we left so very long ago. Left so very long ago when there was concern that everything in the universe was coming to a standstill, a stop. And when we, human and Master, when we left our angelic families, we left to go for that deeper understanding of energy, what it is, why it's there, and how it serves us. Look at us now, dear human. Me, the Master, you, the human, us together really as one, but look at us now, what dreams may come. We're doing what we said we would do. We're coming to the realization of energy back in the angelic family so very long ago. so very long ago, it's almost out of any sort of memory. Back then, we were like children swimming in a pool of energy, not knowing what it was, what to do with it. We didn't know back then that this pool of energy was the passion of our consciousness. Swimming in this big pool and saying, now, let's go find out what this is. And here we are, what dreams may come. You and me, human, master and human. I know it's 2 a.m, I know you're tired. I know you're frustrated. And I know you cry a lot, but what dreams may come? For now, we're doing exactly what we set out to do so very long ago. Now, it's all about understanding and allowing energy. That's what we're doing, dear human. And I know your biggest concern, my dear human friend, is your biggest concern is will you have enough energy to get to realization? You're going to have enough gas in the car to get to where you're going. That's why I'm here. Wisdom. Because suddenly all the energy dynamics change. And dear human, I know these are just words from me, the master, but dear human, you're already there. You're already there. And I know those are just words, and to the human, it doesn't produce anything tangible, money in the pocket or gas in your tank, but we're already there. If I could just ask you to take that big, bold, huge step and realize that, yes, there's going to be more, much more than enough energy to get to realization. You wonder if you're going to die before you get there. You wonder if you're going to be able to pay your rent and eat before you get there. You wonder if the loneliness will overwhelm you before you get there. I know you have those doubts, but that's why I'm here. The master, the wisdom of the ages. So, dear human, let me come to you now at 2 a.m. Let me come to you at 2 p.m. Let me come to you anytime you choose. But what I'm asking you to do now, one thing, dear human, from me, the master, one thing. When you wake up tomorrow morning, remember me. Remember that you heard me. Remember that we talked. Remember my hands on your shoulders. You've almost let yourself forget. But no more. Let yourself hear me and remember me. And then walk with me as I walk with you in your waking state. So, dear human, take a moment to feel my presence and simply remember me when you awaken in the morning. Let's take a deep breath together. For the Master stands beside you, with you, as part of you from this moment forward. And together we'll explore the beauty of creation and how energies work for you.